Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Arlie Ingalls here, and this video is part of my cookbook recipe series. Two things I want to talk about in this video. First, my mother's potato salad. I'll talk about that in a minute. My favorite potato salad in the world. It is how I measure all other potato salads and whether they're good or not. But before I do that, I want to apologize for any confusion there is about the recipe videos. In my cookbook, Cooking on the Prairie with the Ingalls, it states in here that there's a complimentary video with each one of these recipes that you can go to on YouTube to watch to get some additional techniques and tips and variations that I use when I make the recipe. So that's what these are. These are not meant to deliver a recipe. If you want the recipe for anything that's in the cookbook, sadly, you're going to have to buy the cookbook. But these complement that recipe, so it gives you some additional details. There are recipes on my video, all the videos that I have out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm changing the title of each one of the recipes. In the beginning, it'll say Cookbook Recipe. That is an indicator there is no recipe in it. It is a complimentary video to a recipe that you'll find in my cookbook. If it does not say Cookbook Recipe, then it is actually a recipe and how do I make it, and there'll be some cooking tips and techniques in it as well. So hopefully that clears it up. I got a rather nasty comment on one of my videos, and I think it's because they misunderstood what the video was. So hopefully this clears it up, and you'll watch these videos when they make sense to you. So back to item number one, my mother's potato salad. It is, again, my favorite potato salad in the world. I make it often, but I will say this. This recipe makes a huge amount of potato salad. If you make it the way that it is written in the book, this is the one that my mother would make to take to our family gathering. So you can expect it'll probably feed 30, 35 people. So big salad. If you want to make it for 4 people, you're going to have to cut it way down. In fact, what I do when I make it for just here at the house for the weekend or whatever, instead of using 8 potatoes, I'll use 2 potatoes, but large ones. One of the things that my mother did when she made it, she used russet potatoes. I don't use russet potatoes. I find them to be a little bit grainy and have a higher starch content. I like to use the Yukon Gold. They're a little bit smoother. The flavors are excellent. Yeah, it just, for me, it makes a better salad. So a couple other things. One, chop your potatoes fairly small. You don't want a big old chunk of potato. And in this recipe, where I normally like the vegetables cut chunkier, I do cut them pretty small in this one. One other thing, be sure and boil your potatoes enough. You don't want them too soggy, but you do want them where when you boil them, you stick a fork in, the fork goes in pretty easy. It doesn't have any hesitation. And then once they're cooked, drain them, rinse them in cold water so they'll stop cooking right away. You don't want them to continue cooking. And that's pretty much it. Follow the recipe. It makes an excellent potato salad. This is what I call a northern style potato salad. So it's chunkier. It doesn't have that mashy look the way a southern potato salad does. Now, nothing wrong with the southern potato salad. I eat them all the time. Again, if I want a really good one, in fact, the best potato salad, I make my mother's. That's just the way it is. So anyway, I hope that you will consider purchasing my cookbook. It is, again, Cooking on the Prairie with the Ingalls. It gives you old family recipes that we've made for many, many years, and some of my favorites as well. You should be seeing a link on how to get it from Amazon. There is a special edition that has a spiral backing on it. If you want that one, reach out to me directly. You should see my contact information here. So thank you for joining me today. Look forward to hearing from you.